Hello everyone, and welcome to Pampered Chef Live, our weekly cooking show. My name is Michael, and I'm so happy that you are joining us today. If you are watching during the live episode premiere, you can join us in the live chat for a lot of fun. Otherwise, come say hi and let us know where you're joining from in the comments on YouTube. Wherever you're coming from, you're watching this live or later, we're so glad you're here. The World Cup tournament kicks off in just a few days, so whether you're a soccer fan or not, today, Pampered Chef consultant Katie will show us how to make 3 easy dips that will get any game day crowd cheering. You can find links to the featured recipes and products below the video, so it's easy to shop with your Pampered Chef consultant. You'll also find there a link to our weekly survey, which you can fill out after you watch for a chance to win a product giveaway. We'll randomly select 3 winners from survey participants and contact them by email. All right, time to hand over to Katie to get us started. Let's get cooking, friends.
Well, hello, my name is Katie. I am so excited to be with you today. We are going to be making some dips. Now, I don't know about you, but I can make a whole meal out of dips. We love Dipmas. We always have that every year. Plus, love to make dips for Super Bowl and, of course, the World Cup and all the other occasions. But 3 of my very favorite dips I get to share with you today. We're going to be making cheesy chicken dip, a cucumber lime dip, so fresh and crisp and delightful for summer activities. And we have a red pepper, roasted walnut red pepper dip. I'm really excited about that one too. Even if you don't like walnuts and you don't like red peppers, I have found that people really enjoy this dip. So they're all a little bit different in how you make them, but of course the Pampered Chef products are going to make it so much easier. Now, I am a mom of 2 and I am a path of least resistance kind of gal. It's not my forte to be cooking in the kitchen all day long. So I have some shortcuts for you today, and I have some things that I hope you don't already know, or maybe you'll remember some tips. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started with our dips, and we are going to jump right in. So if you have any of these Pampered Chef products at home, I'd love for you to comment and tell me what you use them for. Maybe there are things you haven't seen yet and you have questions about them. We can answer that in the comments as well. So, all right, let's get started. So I'm going to start with the thing that takes the longest, our cheesy chicken dip. And by the longest, it's only going to take maybe 20 minutes total. So I have our knife block set here. I love this block too. Since I need to get on a tangent. This one is so fun because it can sit in your drawer if you don't have the counter space for it. And it has like 4 of the most useful knives. So I have our large cutting board here. Oh, and for the summer, since summer's coming up, y'all, the other side has these juice wells around the sides. And that's really great when you're cutting watermelon or pineapple. So let's go ahead and cut our little bread slices. This just is like a big, inexpensive baguette from the store. So, oh, and if you have a little touch of the OCD and you like things just so, this cutting board also has like little marks so you can make your bread the same size. But I am what you'd call a type B mom. So getting them just right is not really my thing. So you can preheat your oven to 425 and cook these for about 6-10 minutes, which we're gonna do. And I'm gonna set a timer because yours truly likes to forget. But I have our little basting brush. You can do this with oil or with butter. And so you just take your little bread slices, put your oil on them, and then take a bar pan or any sheet pan that you have. I have our large bar pan right now. And today with the cheesy chicken dip, we're using garlic and herbs. So I'm just gonna use that, sprinkle it on our little bread pieces. Oh my gosh. Every time I cook for people, I get so excited for them to eat it. All right, so we're gonna pop this into the oven and let that toast. Hey Siri, set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes starting now.
I told you before, I like a shortcut. I like something that is going to make our dinner or our dips cut down in time. So instead of heating up the oven and getting that preheated and cooking or on the stove, this recipe actually calls to use our grill pan. But let's say you don't have a grill pan, but maybe you have our deep cover baker or our mini cover baker. So here's the mini. It's the cutest little thing, isn't it? So the mini baker is one of our stoneware items. It's microwave safe, it's oven safe, it's even okay for the dishwasher, which is wild, right? So we're gonna be cooking our chicken in this. And one of the things that I've learned over time, being a mom, I've now got kids that are 13 and 16. And so over time, I've learned that when it comes to chicken, they're very particular. If they've got a certain texture, they won't eat it. And so I have learned that my kids do better when I use chicken breasts and just trim it up myself. So I want to show you that. Before I do that though, just for food safety reasons, I'm going to use our close and cut for two things today, the chicken and our tomatoes. So this recipe does call for some tomatoes, and I have our store and serve container here. These are great for keeping your vegetables nice and fruits nice and fresh. So I'm going to put some of these grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, whatever you've got, on the close and cut. Now this close and cut set is really cool. It has springs in it. Whatever you put in there, we're going to cut it right in half. And so it comes with a knife that's long enough to get through. I'm going to open it up just enough to put the knife through. All right. And then we're going to have our tomatoes cut in half. Isn't that fun? So we're going to show you how quick it is. Oh, I'm so excited about this recipe, y'all. Okay, let me do this one more time. If you blink, you miss it. Okay. So we've got our tomatoes all cut in half. Now that's just to show you, you don't even need that for the recipe because we are gonna be using the food processor to chop up those tomatoes. Okay, so we have our chicken now, and I'm gonna exchange my cutting boards. Got my little cutting mat here, and we'll use that again here in a moment. My cutting mat, my close and cut set, and then I've prepped some chicken for you. And I want to show you the easy trick for me with prepping chicken. I'll get the big chicken breast. It saves a little money for us, since we eat chicken so often. And I'll use the kitchen shears. They come apart, so you can't get any icky stuck in there. They're dishwasher safe. And so what I did before you got here is I just trimmed all the icky off of the chicken before, and then these can go right into the dishwasher. I really like those. I used to try and trim chicken like on a cutting board, and it's just, it gets everywhere, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of our tongs and get our pre-trimmed chicken. Now, again, I'm using chicken breast. The recipe does call for chicken tenderloins. I'm just using the chicken breast today. That's my family's preference. And I'm gonna make it nice and thin. That will make it cook easier as well, quicker. And cut it right in half, make those chicken cutlets. Nice, right? So I just helped you get your chicken to last longer, saving you money. Thanks, Katie. Okay. I don't like to touch chicken. If you can't tell. All right. So we're gonna have our chicken all nice and cut up there. We'll take all of these things. I will be putting those in the dishwasher, and we'll just wash up my hands real quick. Okay, so we've got our chicken ready. Now I'm gonna take our mini covered baker and take the chicken. I'm just gonna put a layer on the bottom. Oh, it calls for about 12 ounces of chicken. As a mom that likes to just save time, I'm eyeballing that. But of course, if you need to measure it, we've got a kitchen scale and everything for you to use. Now on top of that, I'm gonna put in just what we used on our bread. I'm gonna use a little bit of shake here. And there's our chicken. Yeah. We're gonna put this in the microwave, believe it or not. And it's gonna get the stove nice and hot and then cook our chicken. And for about 6 minutes, we'll give it a test and move on. Okay, so while that's cooking, we're gonna put the rest of this recipe together. So we'll check on our bread. Yeah, looks good, actually. Hey Siri, stop.
It's canceled.
So we are gonna get our bread out. It's all toasted up. Let that start to cool. Looks so nice. Oh, okay, I'm gonna refrain from eating this right this second. Alrighty. So the other ingredients that go in our cheesy chicken dip, where while the chicken's cooking, we are gonna combine our cream cheese. And if this cream cheese for any reason doesn't look like your cream cheese, my family is dairy free, so I'm subbing 8 ounces of dairy free cream cheese. We've got our garlic and herb seasoning. We have some grated mozzarella. Okay, I'll show you the grater here in just a moment. A 1/4 cup of light mayo. This is the measure-all cup. We're going to use this again. There's 2 sizes. One of the best things for honey, peanut butter, and then if you just need a liquid measuring cup, you can use the opposite side. So nice. Love that one. Okay, and then this actually calls for a seasoning that I didn't have, so I am subbing the garlic and herb seasoning. You can also put a little salt and pepper. We have our salt and pepper shaker here. And our tomatoes. All right, so we're mixing all the cheese mixture in, and then we're gonna layer in the tomatoes. Now before I finish mixing this up, I do wanna show you our cheese grater. So when you grate your own cheese, you can save money, have a fresher cheese. The blocks go a lot further. So I'm gonna grab a block of mozzarella cheese. Our mozzarella cheese I've actually had in the freezer for about 5 minutes because mozzarella cheese is so soft. It is sometimes a little gummy to grate. This is my most favorite grater. This is our coarse grater. It comes with your safety, always use, right? And I love that it goes flat, so you could grate it right over the bowl, okay? I'll show you my favorite way. When the block of cheese is nice and large, I'll grate it just right down onto the cutting board or cutting mat. Okay. But because we don't want to get our fingers hurt, we're just going to cut off a block of the cheese and use the food holder. So this guy has a little track. Put it on there. Plop that in. So all of your accident-prone friends or kids, as they're learning, you have this to grate. So just up and down, grating your fresh mozzarella cheese or any kinds of cheese. Even your, it works for all kinds of cheeses. Your cheddar, even Parmesan is very nice. Oh, I love Parmesan. Okay, so that's our cheese grater. Highly recommend grating your own cheese just for that. Lasts longer, less expensive, it tastes fresher, it melts better. There's just so many benefits. Alrighty then. So let's go over our ingredients and then we will use our manual food processor. We've got mozzarella cheese, about 8 ounces, the softened cream cheese, 1/4 cup of light mayo, the seasoning mix, herbes de Provence, or I use garlic and herb today. You can also use an Italian, anything to sub there that you have on hand. And we have black pepper, the tomatoes we're about to put in, and lastly, our garlic. So I've got some garlic cloves here. And the garlic press is so fantastic. You don't even have to peel the garlic. You can simply put it through. It says to peel 3 cloves, so that would be 3 little pieces of the big white bulb, not to be confused with the bulbs. I'm using the garlic press with the skins on. There's this little brush that comes with it to help clean it out so I don't have to get that on my hands. Fresh garlic is so good. It's actually really has a lot of health benefits, and the flavor is unmatched. Plus, I learned here recently that the minced garlic actually expires a lot quicker than most of us use it. So make sure you're watching for that so it doesn't grow bacteria in the jar. Okay, so we're gonna use that again a little bit later. Our chicken has been completed. Let's take our instant read thermometer and just give it a quick check for chicken. We want it to be at 165 or 180. All right. It cooks very quickly. Okay. So there's our chicken. It is nice, cooked up in its own juices. Oh, it looks so good, guys. Oh, that looks good. Can't wait. Okay. So we're gonna just set this aside for a minute. One tip with chicken, as you bake it, as you cook with it, if you let it sit and rest, it actually will absorb some of that juice back, which is really nice. We've got our manual food processor here. It all comes apart for easy cleaning. And I'm gonna take these tomatoes. Now these are already cut up. You don't necessarily have to do that first step. I just wanted to show you the close and cut, one of my most favorite meal prep tools. And this guy here, just kind of give him a little. Now this calls for 2 cups of tomatoes. Oh, smells good. I'm so excited about the summer, having people over, fresh tomatoes from the garden eventually. Gosh, I love it. So if you don't already, whenever you use anything sharp, especially if it's sharp from Pampered Chef, because that's a whole nother level of quality when it comes to knives and cutting tools. But the manual food processor blades, I always put them on the edge of the counter until I'm ready to put them in the dishwasher or wash them, because I don't want them to bite me inside the sink. Whenever I'm using the food processor, I always like to get whatever the gunk is off the top of the lid, because this one is not submergible, so it's nice to get the gunk off right away. It makes it easy cleaning later. Okie dokie, here we are. We've got our garlic, we've got our cheeses, we've got the mayo. It's almost like a bruschetta cheese. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Huh, I'm excited. Okie dokie. So this is the fun part. Since I started with Pampered Chef, there are some products that are just so unique, so Pampered Chef only, right? And the salad choppers are one of them. The salad choppers are a double-bladed scissor. They're called salad choppers because, of course, you can put all your salad items in, you can put your vegetables, everything, and just, chop, chop, chop. But they also do such a great job on cooked chicken. So we'll give you my mozzarella bowl. Okay. Be a quick demo here. So we're gonna take our cooked chicken, and just for sake of you being able to see me put this all together, I'm gonna take our chicken and put it right in our batter bowl. These batter bowls are really nice too. Oh, I hate to waste that juice. There's a little bit of leftover though. Okay. So I like to put my 4 fingers in this way and cut down on chicken. So it's just gonna shred the chicken. Any tomatoes I might have missed, they're gonna get chopped up in here. Everything is so easy to shred up. Think about if you're doing a meal that's in a slow cooker and you wanna chop up chicken or pork, you can just chop right there, get all the vegetables and the meat right at the same time, and you don't have to burn your fingers. You're welcome. Hey, there we go. So we're gonna put all of this back into the mini deep covered baker. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna keep it nice and warm. We're gonna put this on our little toasted baguette that we cut up and toasted. Yum, yum, yum. Looky, looky. Ooh, pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, so just to make everything all melty together, I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for about 2 minutes. And And then we'll have that to serve and spread on our toast pieces. Our second recipe uses the Deluxe cooking blender, and this is one of my very favorite products. It really was a game changer for me because my family is dairy free, and so I was experimenting a lot with dairy-free cheeses and cheese dips and things that I really loved before cutting out dairy. And so it really made a big difference because things that would take 7 different steps and maybe heating up on the stove and then cooling and then reheating or blending after it cooled. The blender is made of glass. It has like 16 different settings. I make my smoothie with it every morning. There's a grind setting that we'll use for this recipe. So this walnut red pepper dip is really unique. It reminds me mouth consistency of like a hummus, but the flavor is like just incredible. It has a little bit of a kick, but it's very, very balanced because we use red pepper flakes and honey. And then you've got the roasted red pepper. So not spicy, but just a flavor that explodes. And again, if you don't like red peppers and you don't like walnuts, I think you'll still like this dip. Like truly and honestly, I have tested that so many times. So inside of the blender, we're gonna take our roasted red peppers. So these you can find at the grocery store in a jar. My grocery store usually has it like on the top shelf by like salad ingredients. All right. And our measure all cup, I'm using the smaller one this time. I've got 1 tablespoon of honey. We're gonna just plunge that out. Get a little mini mix and scraper here to help me out. Oh yeah. I'm excited for you to try it, y'all. Okay, now with the red pepper flakes, which of course you could skip if you don't like them or you don't like spice at all, but I do recommend them because it brings quite the balance with the red pepper flakes and the garlic plus honey, and then we're gonna put lemon in it as well. It's a really nice balance. Okie dokie, now paprika. I'm gonna use our teaspoon for that. I have 2 garlic cloves. Now these garlic cloves I did peel, and my tip for you is to peel garlic. Anything that you have that's silicone in your kitchen, you can actually rub the silicone on it and it makes it so easy to fall off. I've also seen people put them in a little prep bowl and shake. So I've got 2 peeled garlic cloves there. The lemon juice, olive oil. Use the measure pour, it's 1 tablespoon. So I'm squeezing the sides and then we'll pour that in. Perfect. Paprika, salt, red pepper flakes. So our salt calls for about a ½ teaspoon. All right, this is our lemon. So this is a really big lemon. Usually you can get about a tablespoon out of a small lemon. So this would be about 2. I think I'm gonna go with, can you tell I'm a Rachel Ray? I'm gonna go with like 1½. So this is the citrus press. I always recommend, and this, when I first got this, I was like, oh, like a juicer, you know, but actually you put it in bump side up. So the hump is gonna be up, and that just lets it turn inside out and get the juice to fall out instead of into your eyes. You're welcome. So we're gonna put about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Now, before you got here, I did take our small bar pan. This one is great for the toaster oven and the air fryer. It's a stone as well. I just toasted and roasted these walnuts for about 10 to 12 minutes on 350. All right, and that's 1.5 cups. Boom, boom, boom. Now we'll hit the grind setting and let that go for about 2 minutes. Oh boy, this looks amazing. Okay, so this, our red pepper walnut, roasted red pepper walnut dip. It's a mouthful, isn't it? All right, so we are gonna put this into one of our beautiful diningware set bowls. And then this will serve, you can serve it with all kinds of stuff, like even just tortilla chips are good. But what I love about this dip is just like, it's like the perfect sweet, spicy, tangy, oh, so good. So good. Beautiful too. So this will serve, so my plan was to serve with this, and then we'll put some pita, we'll put some crackers. I like tortilla chips with it, and then you can also serve it with other like large cut peppers or any other vegetables that you love. Super yummy. Okay, it's time for our final dip, cucumber lime dip. Now this is a long lost love dip for me. I started Pampered Chef about 15 years ago, and this was one of my most favorite when I first started. So I can't wait to show it to you. And I've put on some cutesy little flair as I've learned over the years. As a consultant, you get to learn so many like food tips just by osmosis, right? Like you learn about the products, you go to different parties, people give you their tips, their grandma's tips. It is amazing. And speaking of a grandma's tip, I remember at my very first Pampered Chef party, I was doing in-person parties back in 2011 or so, and I was making fajitas for our group, and I was sitting there like peeling the onion with my fingers, and someone's grandma came up and they were like, let me show you a tip. And so this is what she showed me, and I have used it with every onion ever since. So cutting off the top and the bottom, unless you find that you're not gonna be using the whole thing, and then you're gonna leave the one with the roots attached, so that'll have a little less smell or stinging of the eyes. All right, and then you cut a little slit. Did you see me? I did it so fast. You cut down the slit, and then it helps you just peel that onion so effortlessly. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, I love it. Okay, so we've got our onion here. We're gonna cut it just enough to put around our food processor blade. Now, I used the manual food processor for our other dips, so I wanted to show you the twist and chop. This one is so fun. Not only its name, but it goes up and down, and it goes so fast, you might blink it and you'll miss it, but it is one of our small electronics, and the blades are also removable. I'm gonna just take and quarter this so it'll fit around the blades. Hopefully I won't cry for you, Argentina. Okay, we'll just put the lid on that just for a moment there. So that's onion, that's our first ingredient. And we have cucumber. Big old long cucumber today. So I'm gonna cut the end off. Little trash bucket there. And we just need to make it small enough. I am gonna cut the seeds out. Just makes it a little easier to digest, get some of the juice out. So I'm just taking a little teaspoon, cereal spoon, and taking the seeds right out of that. So if you struggle with heartburn, that might make it a little easier for you. We'll put a couple of those in. Cucumbers and the onion. Once you have the lid on and you're safe, you're gonna hit. And you can also pulse. You don't want it to be too overdone. Okay, I gotta show you this. It's so fast, right? So now we have a nice diced up onion and cucumber. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so now we're gonna take our cream cheese, which has been softened. Again, our family uses dairy-free cheese. You can use your block of cream cheese. It's 8 ounces. Adding to that, some garlic. Our garlic press here, just like 1 clove. Of course, if you love garlic, why not put more? All right. And next, we're gonna take a lime. Now, we're gonna zest the lime. And whenever you're looking for a lime or a lemon to zest, you're gonna look for the deep color. So if it's a little bit of a lighter color, it's gonna be a little more bitter. So I always look for a deep green or a deep yellow when I have one that I need to zest. Not the end of the world if you don't. And you wanna keep it nice and light for the whole thing. So just like our cheese grater, we've got a zester that opens at safety. You just wanna keep it nice and light all the way around. This is another great tool that you can use for Parmesan, chocolate, carrots. If you ever do charcuterie. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. All right, so with our cream cheese, and we've zested the whole lime, I'm gonna take and cut this in half. And back to our citrus press, cut side down. Put that right in with our cheese. And, all right. So mixing this up, and then we're gonna mix this all in with our onion and cucumber mixture. Okay. So as we combine all of this, that's it. That's the dip. It's so delicious. But I'm gonna put that aside and show you one more quick tip that I'm excited about for this particular dish. Okay, so I'm gonna cut nice thick cucumbers and then just cut the seeds out with a little paring knife to make a hole in the center. Okay. So I'm not a charcuterie whiz, but I learned this and it's such a cute little garnish for any dip that you have. It makes you look like you know what you're doing, and I am here for that. And if you have any charcuterie tips that are just super easy, I would love to know. Okay. So that's where we're starting. Those are our little bases. And then we're gonna use the rapid cut mandolin to cut some super thin slices. So I'm gonna take it all the way to level 1, which is the thinnest slice. And unlock the safety here. I wanna put it as flat as I can. And then we'll use the food holder to keep it smooth. That should be enough to show you what I wanna show you. Okay, so we're gonna take these tiny thin cucumbers and stack them up. 4 or 5 should do. And then you're just gonna tight roll. Yeah. And then stick the whole roll inside the base. You can kind of open it up to make your tiny little cucumber flower. And this is just for fun. Of course, you could eat this with your dip. Yes. And to display this, I'm going to use the cool and serve tray because this is a cold dip. The cool and serve tray set, this is the small one. It comes with the tray. This puck in here, this white insert, you can have that in your freezer all the time. I use it when I'm not using the cool and serve tray. We'll use this as an ice pack to keep things cool on trips and things like that. But you put that cool insert in. And what I'm gonna do, I'll put my dish in here and I'll make sure there's a picture of this at the end too. But we'll put the dip in there and then I'll garnish with my little cucumber flowers. And now I'm gonna put just on the thickest setting now, but not quite as thick as I had it before. And you can actually use these to nice thick cucumbers to dip the dip, because it's cream cheese just a little thicker. You need that thicker cucumber. So just for about 30 seconds or so, I put the cream cheese mixture in with our cucumber and onions. And now we're gonna put that all into the cool and serve tray. So good. So that is our cucumber lime dip. It's so delicious. So I hope you had fun with me putting our dishes together. I have our vote going on in the comments. So tell me, would you rather try the cucumber lime, the roasted walnut red pepper dip, or the cheesy chicken dip? All right. Thanks for joining me today. Tell me what tip you're going to take away and try, and which of these dips is going to be at your next party. Have a great one.
Thank you, Katie. Those all looked incredible, and I can't decide which one I would want to try first. Friends, if you are interested in simplifying your own cooking with some of the tools you saw today, head to our website so you can start shopping with your Pampered Chef consultant. Be sure to look at our current sale as well. You can host a shopping party with your friends and family, whether in person or remotely, to earn rewards and get 60% off any one product for your kitchen in June. And if you're ready to start earning not only rewards, but also income, talk to your consultant about starting your own side hustle with Pampered Chef. That's all for us today, so thank you for joining us. We will be back with another episode of Pampered Chef Live next week, when Pampered Chef consultant Holly will teach us how to make a fresh and filling Greek pasta salad for summer. Don't forget to use the links below to see today's featured recipe and products so you can shop with your consultant, and fill out the survey for a chance to win our weekly product giveaway. And if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe so you can get notifications whenever new episodes come out. Thanks again for joining us, and happy cooking. Bye-bye.